Welcome to Ingredient Insiders. I'm John Magazzino.
And I'm Andrea Parkins.
Thanks for watching this clip of our interview with Hillary Sterling.
For the full episode, find us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Links in the description below. And then you've also got a book that's coming out in May.
It's coming up.
AMMAZZA.
AMMAZZA, yeah.
How exciting is that?
It's amazing.
How long were you working on that for?
It had a couple of iterations, but over 10 years.
Wow.
And what does AMMAZZA mean?
Matzah is a Roman dialect for wow, to murder almost to like kill it. Like if you were coming over for dinner and we, went all out and it was a great meal, we had a great night, that would be considered a matzah, right? You would be really excited to say a matzah. So within the book, there's one chapter called the matzah. The dishes that, if you were throwing an epic dinner party, those are the ones that you should choose from. They're a little bit more difficult. They take a little bit more time to make, but they're the ones that will like blow your guests away. And it's a lot of like in this like the onion torta. It's the large format onion torta for like guests. And some of the food we've done at Ci Siamo that I think is really special that I want to share the recipes with our readers. So,
is it hard to make a cookbook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
I want to say it.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
it's hard. It's so much work. It's so much
John,
work.
I have like big dreams of one day having a cookbook, and I'm like, I think it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like harder than like I think it sounds like, oh, you just like put some recipes and
to make a good cookbook,
yeah,
the recipe testing is so important because so many cookbooks, the recipes don't work. I say this because Melissa Clark, who's a good friend, has written like 40-something cookbooks,
right,
is always like, her one standard is like, I test every recipe 5 times before it goes in that book because so many cookbooks, the recipes don't work right. And that's the most frustrating thing for a home cook is like,
absolutely.
I try to make something, so
I feel like
really
cookbooks are like having a moment, or like in the last 5 years.
In like the last 500 years.
No, like they're like just books are. I mean, I do Audible when I don't like hold books anymore. And
but you don't do an Audible cookbook.
No, but I feel like every time I get a new cookbook, I have like my shelf and it's like a prize or like something. It's like it's special.
Do you have a collection of cookbooks?
Oh yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
And don't you like prize that collection?
100%. And I always find that I'm going back to certain books.
I have one on display every month.
All the time.
At my house.
You switch every month?
Yeah. So like based on like different cookbooks that come out, like we had
What's the book of the month this month?
Danielle Sepsi's book, The Scone
And are you,
Cream Baked.
so it's out on display, and are you working off of that?
No.
Just for display?
It's just part of my kitchen aesthetic, John.
Oh.
No, but sometimes, of course, I'll like when we got back from California, I put California Kitchen's book.
Yes. Nice book.
Nice book.
Not so practical, but nice book.
Yeah, the chicken liver pate recipe.
All right, we're getting off subject here.
Well, I mean, the not practical thing is that was like, my writer was like, we have to figure out how to take you and, all the zest and all the things and the garlic chips and like, how do we make it approachable for the readers so that it becomes a staple in their kitchens? And my writer, Teresa Gambacorta, she came to Ci Siamo once a week for a year and cooked with me for like a couple hours.
A year?
This is a 10-year project.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is like
we just cooked for a year.
Deal.
That wasn't even the photo shoot or editing or any of those things. And she came and videoed, and I would cook 3 or 4 recipes, and then she would basically help me write the recipes out. Because almost like I'm a chef, right? I'm like, oh, look, like almost like a toddler sometimes, right? Where you're like, oh, look at that! Like I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there. Like, wait, I think it needs something else. I'll be right back, and then come back 10 minutes later and like, what was I going for? Kind of moment. And so she would keep me on track, and then I would like cook with her and tell her the story. All the food has a story behind it. So she would record these sessions, and then got really close with my AM team. Because they loved cookbook mornings, because I would like sometimes cook really random stuff and like they would get to eat breakfast and like I'd be cooking for them. And she captured who I am, my voice, the food. And then she went home and recipe tested. I would give her kits to go home to retest them. And then she tested them again. And she frequently cooks this food at home for her family.
Awesome.
So it was a really great relationship.
What are some of the recipes in the book that you like are most proud of or love the most?
It's a tough one. There's like 80 something recipes.
Was it hard to
more
pick?
than that? That was definitely it was really hard to pick. Then there was like looking at it, being like, what are we missing here? What do we have too much of? It was definitely an evolution. I have a bunch of stuff that's kind of for my grandmother. My grandmother's stuffed cabbage reinvented. It was really fun. And there's one other thing. My grandmother always had Jell-O in the fridge, in these like perfect like, glass jars, glass like coupes, whatever,
Yep.
And so we found those glass coupes to recreate her Jell-O in the book. But the funny part is it took us many, many years to find out that there was what my grandfather would call booze in the Jell-O. And my sister and I have been eating that Jell-O like our whole life.
Like boozy. As like 10-year-olds.
Like
Time to go to bed, kids.
We were like sneaking downstairs and grandma would be like, "You want Jell-O?" And we're like, "Yeah, of course." And it had totally had liquor in there.
So it was grandma was making
grandma wanted them to go to sleep.
Vodka Jell-O shots for the kids.
But perfectly, when then she would float like grapes in them, and like Teresa had to do this like 5 times to be like, I figured it out you have to let the Jell-O sit. You had like, she really like went the distance on this recipe. And then there's a whole chapter called Mexican Thanksgiving. It's one of my other favorite chapters. For the last 16 years, on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I channel the other version of myself that I really love is my love affair of Mexican food. So each year I go through like the regions of Mexico, pick a different region to be inspired by, and create an entire meal to cook for the restaurant, for the team, both front and back of the house. And we all sit down together the day before Thanksgiving.
Like a Friendsgiving.
Yeah, but it's like 100 and something people.
Wow.
And we do this, and this past year was year 16. And I run around all day being like, it's the best day of the year, the best day of the year. And we basically transformed now Ci Siamo into this like Mexican cantina for 1 hour, where the front of the house decorates.
So
and
awesome.
The tables are covered with like different kinds of tablecloths, and there's baskets of tortillas everywhere, and there's hot sauce, and there's, the bar makes horchata and like all the drinks, and it's all non-alcoholic, but like, and we spend this day, and it takes me days to make turkey mole, and we sit down together, and I thank the team for the last 11 months and, the next couple of weeks that it's going to happen, and is my gift to them for the year.
I'm totally going to show up
John's gonna
accidentally
be there.
on the
Just
Wednesday
wait.
before Thanksgiving with, oh my God, I have that olive oil sample that I was telling you about for the last 11 months. Oh, what's going on here? Is there a party?
A Mexican Thanksgiving? Wow.
I am not joking.
You should, I mean, we
I
had
will be
people
there.
like that accidentally just like, oh, can we grab some?
John's in the corner.
No, I'm going to show up dressed as a mariachi. But, is this the right party?
I would love if you did that. I will feed you as much mole if you showed up as
the big hat?
sombrero?
Yeah, Andrea and I will show up as the 3 amigos.
Yep.
We'll find.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This is a whole other thing I've never known about you. Have you spent a lot of time traveling through Mexico?
I have, not as much as I would like. I've definitely spent a lot of time. It's definitely one of my happy places to go to. Followed, obviously secondary to Italy, but like.
Is this like a Bobby Flay spark?
I learned about chilies then. I didn't know when I first started working with Bobby. It was 2001 or 2, where like Mesa Grill was like king. There were these 2 chili pepper posters at the top of the stairs to the office, which was carpeted, mind you, the stairs from the kitchen. I remember the carpeting. Yeah.
Get the steam cleaner out once every 6 months.
That was a special smell in there.
Yeah, it definitely had one of those like smells, but like, and there were 2 like chili pepper posters, and I recreated one of them for this chapter.
Had all the different peppers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was really like such a pivotal moment in my career where I'm cooking in New York City. I got hired because like this woman named Christine Sanchez, Christine?
I worked on Iron Chef.
Yeah, so Christine was the first person to hire me in New York City. And every time we do judging for Beat Bobby Flay, she's always there. And so she hired me because I had worked in Montauk and she knew Montauk, and that was the only reason why I got hired. And she hired me. And, I thank her every time I see her. And I just learned about chilies. I never knew. And then what also Bobby taught me was balance. I had no concept of what that meant with acid, chilies, heat. He used a lot of honey back then, reduced orange juice, that smell that I can going back to citrus, the reduction of orange juice smell. That's definitely one that I don't need to do again. But I remember it so vividly, and like adding it to something and like playing with all those textures, which I think has stayed like throughout my career, always going back to that moment. Yes, he taught me about that, but my team, this tradition started at a Voce, and my team was predominantly Mexican at the time. When I worked at Lupa, it was predominantly Mexican too in the kitchen, and they taught me about chilaquiles. They taught me about like true different, like their Mexican food from Puebla. You know, so like working in kitchens for 25 years in New York City, you've definitely seen a lot of different variations of it. So this is kind of just like me honoring my time, and it's really fun to like be like, hey guys, we're going to Oaxaca, we're going here, we're going to Jalisco. Like, where are we going to go this year? And then the team really gets into it, and they want to cook.
That's so fun. I'm so psyched that you added it to your book.
I couldn't not do it because it was one of those moments of like, hey guys, I am not just an Italian chef. I'm not just like this like chef that just does pasta. Hey, I love cooking Mexican food so much. And it's definitely one of my favorite things to share because it shows them that I'm somebody else. And it keeps my team. And I've had people that have done almost 10 Mexican Thanksgivings with me in various restaurants.
That's special.
That's pretty fun. Thanks for listening to this episode of Ingredient Insiders.
You can find the products we discussed on today's episode at chefswarehouse.com or your favorite specialty retailer.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Ingredient Insiders and Chef's Warehouse at Where Chefs Shop.